let me tell you something. I was like, hey, let me tell you, man. Hey, we ain't young no more, bro.
Hey
So I'm
man,
like, man, sleep is everything these days, dude.
sleep is everything, Debo, and we are live this morning. Good morning, ATL fans. It's myself, T-Will, and my guy here, Debo Vibes, and we are back on a Tuesday ATL Sports Morning. We are happy to be here. So to
Yes,
all
we are.
ATL fans and the ATL verse, hey man, we want to show you love. We want to show you respect. We want to say what's up, and we want to get to it this morning. Debo,
For
how are
sure.
you doing, sir? How are you this morning?
Top of the morning, T Will. Top of the morning, everybody. Thank y'all for coming in to another episode of T Will and Deboe Vibes Morning Show. Looking outside, looks a little cloudy outside right now. It's gonna be a little warm today, but I'm doing fantastic, man. And man, we got a real special day coming up in a couple of days, the NFL draft, and a lot of things going on in the big city of Atlanta, bro.
Yeah, man. A lot going on in the city of Atlanta, man. A lot going on in the sports world as we know it. You are so correct. In about 2 days, we will
Yeah,
find out all of the answers to the questions that we have been asking for the past 2 months.
yeah.
Who are the Falcons selecting? Are they trading down? Are they going to pick a defensive end? All sorts of questions will be answered. But first, Debo, we
Yeah.
got some hot tea this morning, Debo.
Uh
Oh,
oh.
we got some hot tea this morning. So first and foremost, hey, bro, let's get to it. Let's talk about these Atlanta Hawks. They
Mm-hmm.
have fired their GM, Mr. Laundry Fields. Now, I gotta know, Debo, how do you feel about that? Like, let's get to this. I mean, I know the Hawks didn't make it into the playoffs, and I get it, but I feel
Mm-hmm.
like Landry made some great plays. Hell, he got you what is arguably the defensive player of the year. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to understand why they fire him. Give me your thoughts on that. How are you feeling about that this morning?
Well, I mean, I can look at it in two ways, right? I can look at it where I get it. You know, they didn't. The Hawks missed the playoffs 2 straight years, and when you're if you're Tony Wrestler and the personnel in the front office, and you're trying to build a team, you know that can go deep into the playoffs, and you miss the playoffs 2 straight years, then that's the issue right there. But conversely speaking, I don't get it. Be honest with you. Let's look at three moves this dude made. Right, the first of which trading for Dyson Daniels, and not only trading, bringing him into Atlanta and developing him into the player that we see right now. This Dyson Daniels that we see right now was not the Dyson Daniels that was down in New Orleans.
Right,
Period.
right.
All right, that's one. Two is that trade with DeAndre Hunter, which when it happened, I was like, man, this is a salary dump. They're tanking this and the other. But you could bring in two key pieces in Yang and Levert to actually, work in accord with the team and make the team a much more team chemistry wise. That's two. And three, in my opinion, the most important one, you draft Ricochet over Alex Sarr and
Yeah,
see what we got now.
yeah,
You see what we have in Ricochet? And
yeah.
a, a dude. And as the year went on, we're seeing a rookie, who's learning ropes, struggling, this, that, and the other, to be a dominant force. We're
Mhm.
looking at a dominant force in the association, bro. As far as Ricochet is concerned, you team him up with Trey, and you get Jalen Johnson back next year. So what the hell does this man do wrong?
That's what I'm asking.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I'm because like when news went down, this dude got fired, and apparently there's tea leaves going around where Tony Wrestler was like he didn't like the fact that he said Landry Fields said, "Oh, I'm very excited about the future. I'm very happy about the future." And apparently that apparently no one knows this, but apparently it rubbed Wrestler the wrong way, and like saying, "Well, you had nothing to be excited about because we ain't made the playoffs in 2 straight years." And so something had to happen. Here's my question: what the hell does this man do in 48 hours? He did a press conference on Saturday. He gets fired on Monday.
Yeah, I
What
don't.
happens? What happened those 48 hours?
I have
You
no idea.
know?
I have no idea. This doesn't help you, right? Like I could see if you were bringing in a young and sexy GMP. Now, pick. I'm sorry, or GM choice. I
Mm,
don't know much about the guy who's replacing him, which is Onzi Sala. I don't know much about him, and no
mm,
disrespect to him, but look at man. Sometimes, in order for an organization to be consistent, you have to leave certain pieces in place. You really
right.
do. I don't understand this move. Look, I'm not saying the Hawks made the playoffs, but they did have some key injuries. You know what I mean? JJ
Yeah.
being one of them.
Yeah.
And we got some other guys that were out. And look, we made lemonade. We made lemon out of lemonade. Now we didn't play well going down the stretch, but I just felt like Landry Fields. You needed to get out from that contract. You needed
Mm,
to get out from that contract of DeJounte Murray. You weren't going to go anywhere with that. You
right.
got defense. You got better. We got William Amy in the chat. Good morning, William. How you doing, sir? Hopefully all is well. William says, Mike,
William.
Thursday night, Mike Green. We need difference makers, man. Yes, we do, sir. Yes, we do. I don't
Yeah.
understand the move, Debo. And I don't understand the move because, again, you had a great draft to your point. You
Right.
drafted Ricochet over Star, and you can see Ricochet becoming a superstar. We're watching him grow up in front of our eyes.
Right before our eyes, bro. Right before
Right?
our eyes.
We can see Dyson Daniels, the defensive player of the year. You know, you add JJ to the mix, and you got the makings of a team. If
Dude,
we
that's what
have,
I'm saying. Dog,
yeah,
Trey Young, yeah, Trey Young, Ricochet, Dyson Daniels, next year Jalen Johnson, Onyeka, and of course you got Levert. Well, I'm assuming we're going to keep Levert and Yang. Let's just say we do keep them. We got those two guys, and then we got more pieces of the puzzle.
you got Terry.
So I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, it's like yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I like it's like I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it because here's my thing. It and you know, correct me if I'm wrong. Typically, if you fire a GM, doesn't the coach get fired too? So how is Snyder still here? Neither one. Now my point is this: neither one of the dudes did anything wrong.
right,
You're developing players, and you went as deep as you could with one of your best players out for the year in Jalen Johnson. So what the fuck?
correct.
What I mean, what the hell? WTF?
I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't understand it, and again, it's almost hypocritical because you traded away Kevin Herter, you being
Mm-hmm.
the owner, that was something you wanted. You got that done. You did not engage. Your GM didn't want it.
Yeah.
You traded for DeJounte Murray again. Your GM didn't want it,
Mm-hmm.
and you needed to get out from under that. You weren't going anywhere, and I just,
Right.
look it. If you'd have told me the Hawks were going to be 40-42 this year, I would have jumped for joy. I would have jumped.
Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
beginning of the year, I'm thinking we'd be, what was it, 82 games? I'm thinking we'd be 15 and 60 something.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So to do that and to push this team as far as you did, no, we did not look good in those playing games. We didn't. I'm telling
No.
you.
Yeah. No, we
But
didn't.
to your point, is that the GM's fault? Like, I mean, whatever, man. They did what they did. I don't know that I'm in support of it. You know, sometimes you
Right.
got to give people grace. You got to give them a chance to build something. And the Hawks are always making moves like this. And quite candidly, it seems to me like this is why we stay where we are. You know what I mean? Like this isn't a good move.
Yep.
It's not help. I don't. Again, I don't know anything about Anzi Sala, and that's no
Right.
disrespect to him. I'm not a fan of the move. But hey, let's get to the Braves,
That's
and then
why, and that's why the Hawks are the Hawks. You said it best, bro. And that's what's frustrating as hell about this organization.
yeah,
There's no consistency. None.
right.
None. And let me ask you a question, bro. Well, I was more of a comment than a question. If I'm a GM, I would not want to be a GM under Tony Wrestler. Period.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. I mean, I can't debate that. I mean, it's just I didn't see that
It's
coming.
frustrating, right? Yeah, it's frustrating as hell,
I,
bro.
like I could see if we went 15 and whatever, you know what I mean? But this
Mm.
guy literally spun a super. He won the Dejounte Murray. He won the Dejounte trade. He clearly won it.
Totally want it.
Made
Absolutely.
a great pick. I mean, what else do you want? Like, again, whatever, man. It is what it is. We got to move on, but disappointing nonetheless. Let's talk about these Braves, right? So
Hmm.
Here's what happened. Jared Kelnick the other night pimped what he thought was a home run. So
Yeah,
crushed the ball, like stared at it, admired it, which
yeah,
happens nowadays, right?
hmm
But only one problem, Debo, was the home run.
yeah.
So he's kind of strolling around first base, and then he realizes, oh wait, it's not a home run, and he runs towards second and gets thrown out.
hmm
Now, a couple years ago, Snit took Ozuna out for doing the same thing. I think Ozuna didn't score on a. He was supposed to get a double or a triple, and he kind of pimped it and either got thrown out or didn't make it or whatever. Snit took him out because of that.
Right.
Snit took him out. Snit definitely did the same thing to Ronald. Now, to be fair, when Snit took Ronald out, that wasn't the first or second time that it happened. So I get that he was making a point. When he took Ozuna out, I don't know that that was necessarily the first or second time, but he took him out. But if you're going to do that, right? If you're going to do that, then when somebody does it, you have to take them out.
You gotta be consistent.
Well, and I'm gonna be honest with you. As soon as it happened, I said to myself, okay, is Nick gonna take him out? I'm looking for that.
Right.
Because you could not only did you pimp it, but bro, you got thrown out at second base. You got thrown out. And Jared can run. So I mean, look at you know what I mean? So then they interview Snit, and he says, well, you know, he normally plays with his hair on fire. You know what I mean? Initially says, well, what do you want me to do? And then he comes back the next day and he says, well, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. I didn't know. The whole world saw it.
Well,
the whole world saw it, bro. Yeah.
Here's the thing. He could have not seen it, but why not say that initially when we asked?
Right.
Why not say that the first time, right? So number one, you know, I'm not saying whether he did or didn't see it, but why not say that on the first time? And then the second thing is, Snit. This does not help Snit because there are some. Now I'm a Snit fan. Okay, one of two managers that deliver the World Series. I am a Snit fan, but this does not endear him to the fan base. They were already pissed, and stuff like this just doesn't help. It does not help, bro. Now, did Ron have to do that? He didn't, but I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking.
I mean, there's truth behind what he said.
Correct. And the thing about it is, look it. Sometimes you got to call somebody out, and I'm not saying it was a great move.
Right. And my thing in reference to Jared Kelnick, this dude has no margin for error.
None.
At all. He's already in a hot seat, bro.
None.
Already in a hot seat. And you turn to just to amplify the situation. You pimp a home run, but was you staring, admiring your masterpiece that did not get out of park, and you get thrown out.
And you get thrown out.
And overall, you suck.
Right. And you're batting like 180.
That's what I'm saying. And you suck.
And that's what he's been hitting well lately. That's, you know what I mean? But to your point, Ronald Acuna and Ozuna are superstars. Like, if you're going to do that to them, you better do that to Jared Kelnick.
And on top of
at a minimum, you look inconsistent, right?
And well, not just that, bro. It could be looked upon like this. Not saying it is, and I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, right, wrong, or indifferent. Acuna and Ozuna.
We get it. We get it. I get what you're saying.
You picking the what putting down?
I get the point you're poking me with, right? Because it's staring you right in the face. It's staring you right in the face. Now, again, what I will say is we don't know the conversations that Snit had with Acuna. We don't know the conversations that Snit has had with Ozuna. And to be fair, Acuna pimped a lot of home runs before. I mean, a lot. You know what I mean? Rubbed a lot of people. When Snit benched him, that was not the first, second, or third time. But even with that, and Ronnie has grown. But for Ronnie to say that, that's in the back of his mind. And as a leader of men, you have to be consistent. You can't even allow this thought to take place, right? You can't allow it. And honestly, I mean, I'm not saying he was right to do it, but I understand it.
After a while, yeah. I mean,
I'm not saying he was
because
right to do it.
yeah, man, it's like because let's say like all right, let's say T Will, me and you, we work somewhere, all right, and a couple of times you did something, or so you're just being you. Each time you did it, the boss wrote you up,
Right,
or some kind of you reprimanded, you suspended
right,
for a couple
right,
of days.
right,
I do. Here comes Debo, do the exact same thing. Nothing happens.
right,
You're looking at it. You're gonna be like, whiskey tango foxtrot. What the hell? And
right,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're gonna express yourself.
right,
Because like I said, you gotta be consistent about it. If you're not
right.
consistent, you know what I'm saying, there's an issue. So no, I totally get, what I'm saying, why Ronnie did that, bro. Now he deleted the tweet, and I get that too. But in the heat of the moment, be like, what the hell?
No, I look it. I'm gonna be honest with you. When it happened immediately, and my brother's in the chat. Good morning, Eric Parker.
Hey,
Good
what's happening,
morning,
baby?
LP. How you doing? Yeah, but as soon as it happened, man, honestly, my mind went to, I wonder if this gonna take him out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And maybe that's me being messy, but the first thing I thought when he did it was, oh, he got thrown out.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? He got thrown out. The ninth hitter. You the ninth hitter. You in the
Mm-hmm.
9-0 for a reason. Because to your point, you sucked this year,
Right.
right? And look it, um, fair or not, you typically don't treat players. You know what I mean? Like you say, you treat everybody the same, but there are a lot of managers who don't feel that way, right?
Correct. Right.
If
Correct.
you think that Michael Penix Jr. is going to be treated the same way as the fifth string uh, D tackle, I got another thing coming for you. They're not.
Right. Right.
But you definitely don't put the fifth string tackle over Michael Penix. You definitely don't put Jared Kelnick, right? Who
Mm-hmm.
does something. No, you got to come down on him. You
Right.
got to come down on him. If for nothing else, then the players who play for you will say, well, at least he's consistent. Because now, no matter what anybody says, that doubt is in their mind. Now, with
Yeah,
that being
you
said,
put a seed. Yeah, T Will, he put a seed down people's mind.
yeah,
And I'm gonna tell you something right now, bro. I'm gonna tell you something right now. When Snit was like fumbling words, oh, I didn't see it. What I didn't. That's the first time I thought, man, this man's lying. Cause Snit, sometimes not sometimes Snit is known to being, what I'm saying, upfront. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't say the best things in the world, but he's sincere. He's a
yeah,
sincere person. I'm like, man, this is the first time, man, he's stumbling over his words. And he's lying.
yeah.
I was well. I'm just
Bro,
the perception of
I
it is not good at all.
look, I get it. I get that. My perception was, okay. Because my
Yeah,
perception, okay, well, if you didn't see it, why didn't you say that in the beginning?
yeah,
Why didn't you just come out? Well, I didn't see the play. Now, what he did say is he talked to him, but at that point, the damage is done, right?
right.
Because now you've already driven that home, and you've created a situation where you really didn't need to create one. Again, I keep hearing whispers that he's retiring after this year. It wouldn't surprise me because
Mm.
he just has this look of exhaustion. He really does. I don't know.
After that game when I think it was one of the Toronto games and when it were it was a Toronto game where we struck out 19 times.
Yeah,
And which is amazing to me. We struck this Toronto game. We lost 3-1. We struck out 19 times. We still had a chance to win that game. So anyway, Snit was asked like, what's going on with the basketball? What's that? He's like, and the man's looked lost. He was
yeah,
like, oh, I don't know, I don't
yeah,
know, I don't. And after a while, bro, it's like, dude, do you still want to do this?
yeah. Well,
You
I
know,
mean, I'm gonna tell you something. The grind of a manager is real, bro.
yeah, 162 games, dude.
2 games, living and dying with that stuff. You've been doing it for 40 plus years.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot. And he's seen the game change. I'm gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
20 years ago, Ronald Acuna couldn't have played. I don't know that he could have played professional sports, pimping home runs and do. Now, to be fair, Ronald has gotten better. Ronald's gotten a lot better at stuff like that than when he first came up. He has. But what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying is the game has changed to where they allow stuff like that. Because Ronnie had
Right.
done that 20 years ago, Ronnie would have got drilled a lot.
Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, hell.
Ronnie would have got
Back
drilled.
in the day,
Yeah.
yeah, pitchers didn't play that. Oh, yeah, his next at bat, I'm talking about drill with a four-seam fastball straight to the head, bro.
Yeah, man. He would have gotten drilled a lot. Jack from One Time for the Fan. Good morning, Jack. Here's a Whiskey Tango Foxtrot for you. Lakers going 0-2 and 0-2 tonight. Hashtag free Bronny. I think that's a shot at
Hey,
Eric because he's a Lakers fan. So you
what's up,
know,
Jack Spade?
right. What up, Jack Spade? I hear you, man. Either way, the Braves are on a 4-game win streak. Hey, man, what a comeback last night. Sean Murphy is doing his thing, man.
He is that dude. Man, he
Sean
built
Murphy is doing his
that damn at that home run he hit, the home run rally hit, man, which was, as far as I'm concerned, never left, has not landed yet. Has
No,
not landed yet, bro. But my thing is this.
it's still going.
I have never. I've been watching baseball for about 35 years now. But actually, shoot, 40 years now. I have never seen a game end the way it did last night. And if you, for those who didn't see how it ended, what happened was I forgot who. I don't know if Arenado. I don't know who it was.
It was Arenado.
It was Arenado. Okay, so Raisel Iglesias throws a ball. Arenado checks his swing, but the ball hits the bat. It literally trickles a foot into into play.
Into play, right.
And the umpire, Sean Murphy, and Arenado were all staring at it. The umpire realizes, oh shit, this is in play.
It's alive. It's live.
It's alive.
Right.
Sean Murphy's like, oh shit, it's live.
Right.
And Arenado, he's like, oh fuck. And he just picks the ball up, tags him out. Game.
Hey,
Have you ever seen a situation like that before, bro?
No, that was manna from heaven, man. That was God saying, see, I got you, Brave. I got you. I know things have been tough at the
How's that happen? I'm glad it happened. Hey, I'm elated it happened.
Bro, we needed it because Iggy was clearly tired. I think that was like the 4th night in a row he pitched, and you could see he was tired, man.
Yeah, man. Like Iglesias, he was all over the place, bro. He had like what 3 unruns and only like 15 pitches. Yeah, that man. Inning alone. So yeah, we're very fortunate we won. I mean, after that foul run in that we had, we got this, and then here comes Raisel Iglesias letting bombs out of the stadium, and then it's like, dude, here we go again. Yeah, but yeah, like you said, man from heaven, I've never seen that before. And then it was the way the look at Arenado's face was like, fuck. Everybody was. I've never seen it. You're out.
It was funny. I was like, it's a foul. Wait, it's live.
It's right in front of him.
And I was like, oh, that's great.
And everybody's eyes get big. Sean Murphy's looking at eyes big. Oh, shit, it's live. Umpire, oh my God, get it. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, man. 4 in a row for the Braves, man.
Hey, man, it's awesome. Braves are 9-13. They moved up to 4th place. Like I say, man, just keep doing it. Just keep winning series. If you keep winning 2 out of 3, eventually you'll get there. Of course, hey, man, if you keep this winning streak going, you'll get there a whole lot quicker. So either way, I love it, man. Excited.
Here's a quick question for you, right quick. For those who don't know, yesterday, Spencer Strider was placed on the 15-day IL
with his hamstring.
Yeah. So what do you do? You can't bring up. I don't think you can. You bring up AJ Smith-Shaw because I thought once somebody sent down, they had to stay down there for a certain amount of time. Is that correct?
It is, but I don't know if it's 10 days or what have you. But the Braves did sign. They traded for another pitcher the day before yesterday, so maybe they saw this coming because they did make a trade. I was wondering, like, okay, why do that? And maybe that's the guy they're going to start. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah. But they did trade for another pitcher like the day before, so maybe that's what they saw. Either way, we'll find out, man. We will find out soon and very soon. But hey, man, for now, hey, let's enjoy it. Let's live the day. Carpe diem. Braves 4 games in a row. They've won. They're on a winning streak. Verdugo has had a very positive impact.
Dude, let's just what a signing! What a signing, bro! What a signing!
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's just pray that continues and. Hey, man, let's keep going and keep it pushing and see where we are. But let's talk about the news that everybody wants to talk about this morning, and that is we are 2 days away from the draft. We got 3 Dirty in the chat. Great game last night. Has the coaching staff change contributed to the start? I mean, good question. I wouldn't say it's the coaching staff. I would say it's probably the approach and the fact look at man, Rome wasn't built in a day. When you go from, a lot of people don't realize how hard it is to break a habit, right? So if you're used
Mm,
to swinging for the fences and you got to change your approach, that's not gonna happen overnight. Looks like the Braves are doing it. And look at they had to swap some things out. You had to get Verdugo in there. It's okay. You got some different bull pieces in there. You're doing okay, and we're hodgepodging this thing, and let's keep it going.
right.
Let's get to these Falcons, bro. So 2 days away from the draft, Debo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Days away from the draft.
Yes, we are.
Let's see. William wants to know, can we trade up in our late round picks because we don't have 3 or 4? I don't know that anybody's going to trade us a seventh rounder for a fourth or fifth one, William. So if you're going to get extra picks, you're probably going to have to trade down in the first round.
Right.
Certainly what I hope we do, because we don't have a choice. I'd like for us to take our 15th round pick and maybe go to 22, 23, 21, 18, and pick up their pick, and then maybe an additional third and fourth rounder and call it a day.
Mm,
Look at you. You probably need about 5 good picks in this draft. Anybody who knows me knows that I look at seventh round picks as lottery tickets. And I'm
mm.
honest with you, Debo, I can't remember the last time I won $1 million. Oh wait, never. So,
Nah.
it just feels like if we're gonna make moves, we need to trade down. We don't need to trade up because we only have 3 picks anyway, and one man does not a team make. Right?
Right.
So,
Mm.
or at least not this team. So, maybe if you're
So,
the, you can do that. But
right.
we need at least 4 starters and 1 really good role player out of this draft for this defense. We
So,
need. Go ahead.
yeah. I'm sorry, bro. I was just, as you were speaking, I was thinking about it last night, man. You're Terry Fontenot.
Mm-hmm.
You were on a white hot seat right now.
Oh, very
A
much,
crazy hot seat.
very much so.
So if I'm Terry Fontenot, if I'm in his position, am I worried about nailing a draft, or am I worried about nailing that first pick? Because it's a possibility my ass may not be here next year. So I know that everybody's been. I've been thinking about cause it makes sense to trade back to get draft capital and get a quality pick between 22 and 25. But if you're Terry Fontenot, you're sitting at that 15, and what I'm saying, that you're on the hot seat. Is it more important, in your opinion? Is it more important for him to nail that first pick or nail the entire draft?
Uh,
If you're in his position where he may not be here next year.
it's got to be both, man. It's got to be both. Like
Mm-hmm.
we on the who ride, bro. Like if you're Terry Fontenot, you you got to come out sticking and moving, man.
Right.
If you're Terry Fontenot, you have to nail that first pick, and you got to trade down. You got to trade down because we need at least 5 picks, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
This is where you are. You are where you are. This is what you got to do. Look you got to sign Jesse Bates coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to
Mm-hmm.
sign Draco coming up, right? You got to sign Kyle. I don't know if you got to sign Kyle. I don't think you're signing Algier. So with that being
No, I don't think so either.
your Falcon fans may see some moves on trade night that may shock them.
Actually, and I'm glad you said that, bro, because as the Kirk turns. So
Oh, Carrie's gonna love that.
so
Good morning,
so
Miss Carrie. How you doing? Hopefully all is well. Best producer in the world. And yes, we saved the Kirk Cousins talk for you. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah. So I don't know. So the Falcons made a trade kind of under the radar yesterday, where we signed former backup quarterback for the Chargers, Easton Stick.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
So we signed a backup quarterback. Could something be brewing? Could Fontenot be brewing something between now and Thursday to remedy us of Kirk Cousins? Now it's going to be difficult because right now the Falcons are like they're hard in their stance right now. It's like, well, if you want Kirk Cousins, you got pick up at least, help us out, pick up at least $20 million this contract right here.
Mhm.
So you got to ask yourself, is the organization willing to do that as well? So the Falcons are like, they know what they want. Okay, they can work out a deal to trade Kirk Cousins somewhere, but they want a deal where saying the other team has to pick up about 20, at least minimum 20 million of the salary to help remedy the our situation. So that's gonna be interesting right there in the end of itself. But when I saw when I saw they traded they picked up Easton Stick, that was like could something be brewing between now and Thursday?
I mean, it could be, or it could be that, hey man, Kirk, you gonna sit at home. Like I for one admire the fact that Terry's sticking to his guns, because even if it means Kirk has to sit on his keister for the rest of the season, then so be it. I'm not going to pay you to essentially play for somebody else. I'm not. You can call
Right.
it whatever you want. No, you don't have to be in the locker room. We can suspend you. If you want to be difficult, we can deal with you. But you know what? For the next and the next and the next, they will see how this behavior is treated. Because I
Mm-hmm.
don't care what anybody says, this is unacceptable. And there
Right.
needs to be consequences. Let me tell you
Right.
something. I got 3 kids, right? I can't
Mm-hmm.
let one of them get away with bloody murder because the other two gonna look at me sideways like, you know what I mean? Respect has to be maintained. And I respect Terry's stance. And no, it may not be popular in today's give the kid an iPad up. No, sometimes you got to deal with your child's behavior. Because at
Mm-hmm.
the end of the day, my father taught me, we raise you to become adults. You're not going to be children your entire life. Okay? My daddy was from a line of 10 kids. So if you let one get away with something, you was going to have chaos. You can't do that. I
Mm-hmm.
look it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We signed this guy, but if for nothing else, Kirk's ass needs to know, okay, you can be on the bench. And the rest of the league needs to know,
Yeah.
right? Because sometimes we get caught up in the what about the season? What about the season? Now, what about the Falcons? What about your culture? What
Mm-hmm.
culture is under attack? The way you do business is under attack. You can't have that.
Right.
You cannot have that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So no, tell me what you think about it. And give me 1 second. I'm gonna step away. But go ahead, talk to the folks. Tell them what you think about it.
No, it's all good, T. Will. I mean, like you touched on a little bit ago. If in the event Kirk Cousins it remains an Atlanta Falcon, and we've already made a move in my opinion, and I want to see what y'all think about it. We signed a backup quarterback for a reason. I mean, and Easton Stick has also he started a couple of games for the Chargers when Justin Herbert was out. So this man does have a couple of saying start experience, but I can't see why you sign an Easton Stick and still keeping Kirk Cousins. So there has to be some kind of method to the madness. But yeah, no, I mean if for some reason this man stays, the Kirk Cousins remains a Falcon, then no, I'm not this dude. He will never see the field again, in my opinion. He'll never see the field again. And you had to ask yourself, if you're Kirk Cousins, you had to ask yourself, am I willing to take this bet? Or should I stop playing hardball? Because if Kirk Cousins remains a Falcon, in my opinion, he will never start an NFL game ever again. Because next year, of course, you're looking at a man who's going to be a year older. And what team is going to want a Kirk Cousins a year older who hasn't played in a year? That's my question. And I want to see what the chat thinks about it right there. Because like I said, my thing is this though: if Kirk Cousins wants to be a starting quarterback, which he's been saying this whole damn time, he has to give the Falcons more leverage. He has to. He can't play. It's the time playing hardball is over. Kirk Cousins is not going to win this shit. He's not going to win. He came. He walked in there and talked to Mr. Blank. Mr. Blank said, We're going to do what's best for our organization, not you, Kirk. We're going to do what's best for the organization." Who the hell he think? Who does he think he is? In my opinion. In my opinion. So, Carrie, is that you?
That's me. How you
Oh,
doing?
what's
Good
going on?
morning,
I was like,
people.
hold up. You caught me in you caught me in the middle of a rant. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Good morning. How you
Good.
doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Pretty good, except I wanted to join the show, and T Will just so happened to drop the link right when y'all are talking about Kirk Cousins. I was like, oh wow, of course.
Right,
I
right,
can't escape it. I can't escape it.
That's
right. So what?
fantastic,
So
Will. I tell you something, man. What up, Miss Carrie?
Good morning.
Good
I love that
morning.
you, T-Wil, I love that you dropped the link. I'm late to, watch the show this morning. I'm kind of running behind, but as soon as I turn it on, that's the topic and you drop the link. I'm like, oh yeah, Kirk Cousins is inevitable in my life, apparently.
Mm, mm, mm,
He's
mm.
like Thanos. He's inevitable. Look it. And well, let me first ask you. I pretty much know how you feel, but now
Right.
that you're in the show, my friend, I gotta ask you, how are you feeling about us signing this other QB? And do you think that means that we are soon to make a move to deal one Karen Cousins or Dirk Smudgens or what do you call him? Kirko Pinocchio? Isn't
Kirko Pinocchio. Yes, sir.
I
how
love
do you
that
feel
there's
about
so many nicknames for him. It's so funny. All the names everyone's come up with. How do I feel? Yeah, when I got the news, I dropped to my knees in Publix, like, thank you, Jesus. Like, we're one step closer to get this guy. I was like, wow, never in my life would I have betted that I'd be happy that we signed a quarterback named Easton Stick for the Atlanta Falcons. I just never would have. I
Mm,
mean, but it could have been really probably anyone, pretty much. Because to me, it just signals that a move might be, forthcoming uh, as far as getting Kirk Cousins off the team. Um, I don't know. I saw it as we're trying to prepare ourselves. You don't want to go ahead and trade Kirk on draft night, maybe day two, if you don't have a backup in place.
mm-hmm.
Um, I know we have Emery Jones, but he has no starting experience. So I feel like Easton Stick, like you mentioned, Debo, he does have, I think he started 5 games while Justin Herbert was out one time, so one
Right.
season. So at least he does have some starting experience. Um, but yeah, I don't think you go ahead and make that move as far as getting rid of your, expensive backup without having another one in place. So I think it could just be insurance, as far as like, hey, maybe somebody is going to be coming calling for Kirk on draft night. Let's be prepared. If
Mm,
we deal him, we have already somebody in place. Um, or the move could be already in the works. I also
yeah.
saw some fans saying that maybe they think, I mean, I didn't think of it this way when I heard the news, but some people are saying that maybe it's like to try to force Kirk's hand, maybe to try to force him to be like, "Oh, wow, they really signed a backup." Like, you know what I mean? Like, am I QB3 or I'm
Mm-hmm.
just, like basically probably gonna hurt his feelings a little bit, but who cares? And maybe to force him to say, I would like to request a trade. What
Right.
do you guys think
I
of
mean,
that? Have you thought of it that way? I
he,
didn't think of it that way until somebody brought it to my attention like that.
he's already requested a trade, right? I
True. Well,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
do you think he requested a trade or do
I
you think he
I
requested
do.
they cut him? I mean, we don't really know for sure, but I thought maybe he was telling Mr. Blank, I would like to be cut.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, and you're right, but
Maybe.
at this point, I think Kirk is gonna have to take what he can get.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah,
what I said a little bit
100%.
ago, bro. That's why I said you like this dude's playing hardball. He can't win.
Well,
The walls right now are closing in on Kirk Cousins.
right,
This man cannot win. He wants to be a starting quarterback, right? He said, "Oh, I want to be a starting quarterback. I want to play again." The only way you can be a starting quarterback is to accept a reasonable trade to a team where you can be a starting quarterback.
right.
Because I said a little bit ago while he was gone for a second, if Kirk Cousins stays on this team for another year, and let's say hypothetically, let's say Michael Penix Jr. plays all 17 games, and he is just turning the league by storm. Kirk Cousins will never see the NFL field ever again.
Probably not. You're probably
So does he want that?
yeah. We got Jack Spade in the building. Everyone, Jack Spade, welcome.
Mr. Jack Spain, how goes it, sir?
Yo,
Good
what's going on?
morning.
Morning, morning. What's up, y'all? Morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm sorry, Debo. Go ahead. What were you signing me?
No, yeah. So like I said, man, like I mean, this whole thing about Kirk playing hardball, I think that is like seriously coming, you know what I'm saying, to an end. He's starting to see what's going on. And like to Kerry's point, by us actually signing a backup quarterback, bringing some kind of tangible evidence or tangible proof that we're moving on from Kirk Cousins, that he might look at that as like, oh snap, these fools really are trying to move on from me. I need to start playing hardball. Either way, if Kirk Cousins remains where Kirk Cousins remains an Atlanta Falcon, he will never see an NFL field ever again.
Well, here's the thing. And this is my issue with Kurt. Bro, we paid you. Like it would
Mm,
be different if we made you these promises and then tried to cut you and didn't pay you. This was a guaranteed contract. You got your money, even though you sucked, even
mm,
though you were awful. And I understand you were hurt and all of that. And I'm not gonna bring up a history lesson. We all know what happened, bro. You got paid for it. You
right.
got paid for it. You are 37, Kirk. You're coming off an Achilles injury. Your elbow was injured. Your shoulder was injured. Yet you still got paid, which this is the NFL. That's not always the way things happen. So you should really take your money, shut your mouth, and play this thing out. Kirk played this totally wrong. And Kirk's behavior basically just brings to light what we already knew is that Kirk, you're a selfish person. You're all about you.
Right.
The most dangerous person in any organization is a manipulator that can manipulate the hearts and minds of people to further his agenda, and his agenda not be in alignment with your organization. His
Correct.
agenda is the promotion of himself, but he can make it look like it's for those are the most dangerous people to have. So I look it. I understand that I'm petty, but I'm not paying Kirk to go somewhere else. No, you're gonna sit your ass on the bench. If I'm the Falcons, what this move means is I'm perfectly fine with keeping three quarterbacks on the roster. Not gonna put you on the practice team where somebody can come scoop you up. We're gonna keep your ass on this roster, and you're gonna sit. And if you got to go home, if you got to whatever, you're gonna ride it out until we can get something for you. And when we
Yeah.
bring a trade to you, you better damn well be smart enough to accept it. That's how I feel about it. But let's take a step back, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat and on this panel on Thursday night. On Thursday night, it is going down on One Time for the Fan. So we will all be together. Myself, Debo Vibes, Miss Carrie, Jack Spade, Bodie, and a litany of guests, a plethora of folks coming through one night for the fan. We will be on air from 7 p.m. to probably 11:30 p.m. or 12 a.m., contingent upon what the Falcons do. It's going to be a great time. We are all looking forward to it. Mr. Jack Spade, sir, in your words, the chat is live. The chat is lit. It's going down in a major way. Can you tell us what is in store for Thursday night, sir?
Hey, you pretty much said it, man. It's going down in
Hey,
a
Jack,
major way.
Jack. I'm gonna need you to wake up, sir. Okay, I
I'm
gave
I'm
you a
I
hell of
literally
know
a
I'm
he's
literally
so
intro.
like
trying to wake up.
chill.
I'm
I'm
literally
gonna
trying
need
to
more
wake up.
energy, sir.
No,
I'm gonna
I'm
need some
I'm
more
Listen,
I'm dead
energy, sir.
serious. I'm dead serious. I'm literally
dang,
trying
he
to wake up.
will.
This is not even breakfast with one time for the fan. This is just like me just cutting in
Sheesh.
saying what's
Let's
up.
go,
Like
bro. Let's go.
I'm just on chill mode. But yeah, man, what's up to everybody in the chat? Debo vibes, Carrie,
Yes,
T
sir.
Will. Thursday night is going down as T Will just mentioned. Uh so many special guests, a lot of content creators and Falcon fans going to be joining us on the podcast. We got some live giveaways too as well. Everybody's just been so supportive of the channel, and we just want to give back and have a good time and just talk some Falcons football. Ain't nothing wrong with that. 7 p.m. to like T. Will mentioned, could be 11, could be 11:30, could be 12. Depends if the Falcons trade back. We're gonna be there every step of the way. We got people joining us before the pick. We got people joining us after the pick, and Debo vibes and T. Will. They doing a great job here this morning talking Falcons football, talking Braves. Like these are the type of things that people want to wake up to hear. They want to hear their sports in the city. They want to hear what people feel about the Braves win streak, Kirk Cousins saga. Like this is great to wake up at. What time is it? 8:54, and then
Yes,
talk Braves and talk Falcons. Like haven't even got ready for my day yet, and I'm talking sports. Like
for
for
sure.
sports gurus, for sports people that like sit back all day and want to talk Hawks and Braves, and man, this is great. So y'all continue doing this, man, and really just give the people, the city, Atlanta, give the city what they want with these, with these positive comments about these sports teams, because people got to believe in these teams, man. And right now with the off season for the Falcons, a lot of talk of the Kirk Cousins situation this past week, and I just want to just mention that too as well. Uh, Kirk's the Kirk news has been popping up the past couple days.
Mm-hmm.
With Adam Schefter and people reporting on this Kirk Cousins situation and teams apparently, speaking with the Falcons or they're interested. And I mentioned on the podcast before, this would have been so easy if Kirk would just go to a team. He wants to be a starter. That's
Yes.
the
Right.
problem. If he
Yes.
would have just said trade me, the trade would have been over. It would have been
Yeah.
Yeah.
done. This
Yeah.
Yeah.
going to a team to be a starter stuff is the problem because a lot of these teams have starters already and they
Yeah.
don't want to go and do the competition battle. So now we got to pick and see which team could be the most likely candidate to even put their potential starter, at harm's risk to go and have a camp battle against Kirk Cousins. That's why I see the Vikings possibly being played too. JJ McCarthy, is he the future at Minnesota? After he was drafted in Minnesota, Sam Darnold beat him out, played that year. He's off to Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can see Kirk being in that role. The Steelers, they don't have a quarterback. Is it Aaron Rodgers? Is it Kirk Cousins? That's something to look for. The
Mm-hmm.
Browns too, as well. I still think they could be in the play. I really want to throw the Dolphins in the mix because of Tua Tagovailoa's injury history,
Mm-hmm.
but Kirk doesn't want to be a backup, and I'm gonna throw Seattle into the mix too as well. Be random, but I got it. Sam Darnold over there, and I think it was it a 2-year deal, 3-year deal with Sam Darnold? Was it?
2 year
Well,
deal.
I can throw Seattle into the mix, man. I'm just trying to find a nice home for Kirk to move to so
Mm-hmm.
he can get up out of here. But the quarterback signing of Easton Stick is actually important because T-Will, we talked about this recently and a couple times this year on the podcast. The backup quarterback situation is very bad in the NFL. And you really got to lock in a guy that you believe can just be a backup at this time. There is no more like those Matt Schwab guys back in the NFL who can back up Matt Ryan. Like Ryan Tannehill is a backup now. I mean, you see Drew Lock now is like a real backup. I mean, we can sign Easton Stick for
Mm-hmm.
God's sakes. Like that does put a little bit of pressure on Kirk Cousins, and like Kerry said, it is some insurance. Um, I don't think Emory Jones would probably make the 53. No disrespect to him, but Easton Stick has more experience. And it does, keep Michael Penix Jr. knowing that Michael Penix Jr. is the starter going forward. Like I remember that with Matt Ryan. They would never bring in a backup to have you thinking that Matt Ryan's job was in jeopardy. And I see that for Michael Penix Jr. and Easton Stick. Now, for Kirk Cousins, as he's probably watching this play out, seeing them sign a backup, he probably does think, yeah, I'm on the way up out of here, and talks this week of teams interested and Terry fielding calls. And hopefully this thing picks up steam, man. But you guys just keep bringing the noise to these Falcon fans and these Braves fans and these Hawks fans, man, because the city needs it. And one time for the fans here, Debo Vibes, great show you got going on over there, man. Great content.
Thank you, bro.
T-Will, once again, man, one of the hardest working guys in the podcast game right now. I saw you're doing a show on French fries now, apparently, on Saturday mornings.
Oh wow.
What
You're
the
doing a
hell?
food review. You're doing the
Oh
drive-through
wow.
food review on
Oh
Saturday
wow.
mornings. Is that true?
Hey. No, look, that's Debo's the food guy, man. I'm gonna stay out of his lane, but Jack,
I
you make
love his videos, the foodie
oh,
videos.
absolutely.
I
Hey,
appreciate it.
hey,
Yeah.
and
They're
not only
great,
that,
I
honestly.
love doing them. Trust me, I love doing them.
hey, I check
Yeah.
I check his work. Like I go behind him and go to those restaurants, and he hasn't let me down yet. So Debo's my guy, man. As are you, Jack. As are you, Kerry. Kerry, I got a question for you because Jack said something the other day, and I darn near turned out of my seat, flipped over every table because I was like, I don't believe what you're saying, Jack Spade. But apparently, there's some truth to it. Kerry, we know how you feel about the X's. If you're the Vikings, Kerry. Miss Kerry, if you're the Vikings, are you spinning the block and going back to Kirk O'Chains? Are you spinning the block, Kerry, if you're the Vikings? Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I have a mutual follower, like that we follow each other, this big Vikings account on Twitter. And yesterday they put out, it's like a fan account, and they put out yesterday a trade offer. Listen to this trade offer, right? Of course, all the Vikings fans were loving it, but I'm like, respectfully, Atlanta's never doing this. They said Atlanta gets a 2026 seventh round pick, 10 million in cap relief for this year, 10 million guaranteed roster bonus cap relief in 2026. So essentially, we get the 20 million in a seventh rounder berm. Minnesota gets Kirk Cousins to be their backup. Number 46 overall pick in 2025, 2026 second round pick. And they said essentially the Vikings buy a backup quarterback and 2 second round picks for 20 million in cap space. For 20 million that they would have to spend. And yeah, no. I'm sorry. I'm not,
That,
why would we
that's
do that?
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that's
that
what
that
that's not
who
fair.
whoever conjured up that tree. No,
Right.
the Falcons. I mean,
That's a loan shark deal.
yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
like they try to shake us down. What the hell?
Yeah, second round pick next season and then number 46 overall in 2025. Like at that point, yeah, cut or keep Kirk. I'm sorry, that's not worth it. We only have 5 picks and you want to give away one of our top 100 picks? We only have 2 of those. Like absolutely not. So I was like, yeah, respectfully, Atlanta's never doing this. Like,
Absolutely.
why would we do that? Why would we do that?
It
I
was
mean,
No, it's not. It ain't going down like that.
people will try and take advantage of desperation, right?
Right.
But if the Falcons have come this far, I gotta believe that they're gonna seek a deal that's at least reasonable. Like you're not gonna get beyond the 7th round pick at this point for Kirk Cousins. Just to tell you how bad it is, and Kerry, you and I talked about this the other day. Debo, I don't know if you saw the show from One Time for the Fan, but I'm watching Suits LA because I was a big fan of the show.
oh gosh.
And I'm really enjoying Suits LA, right? And so
Okay.
in this scene, the lawyer's trying to make a point that hey, you can go with me because I'm better than the rest. And the lawyer says, hey, it's 4th down. You need a touchdown. Who are you
Mhm.
going with? Right? Are you going with Pat Mahomes or Kirk Cousins? Right? He doesn't say Anthony Richardson. Right? He doesn't say dude from the Saints whose ass, Spencer Rattler.
Yeah, Rattler.
Kirk Cousins. He says
Yikes.
Kirk Cousins as the antithesis of everything good, which lets you know the brand of Kirk Cousins right now, right?
Yeah.
That it really lets you, because if non-Falcon, not only non-Falcon fans, but non-sports fans view it that way, that should tell you something. So I thought that was interesting, but again, Jack and I think on Sunday's show, what's today? Tuesday, so it had to be Sunday's show. Jack brought up that the Vikings, or it could have been last week's show, but either way, Jack brought up that the Vikings could be a trade partner. And I went in. I was like, there's no way. There's no way, Jack. The Vikings are spinning the block. Kerry, I was using your old X analogy. You don't go back to the X, Jack. You don't do it. Blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And apparently, he may have been right, which, oh my God, hurts to say. I'm choking right now. Oh, but.
Yeah, and to your point, oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead.
To your point, T-Will, not even just that. I'm really not sure how the relationship ended. I don't know if it ended sour because they, wanted to draft a quarterback. So
Mhm.
I'm sure it's not the best relationship how they ended. But besides that point, to me, why would they sign or why would he want to go to Minnesota to be a backup when that's essentially what he is here? It makes no sense
Right.
in my opinion. Only if he,
Right.
the whole thing is he wants to be a starter. Okay, well, why are you gonna, like you say, spin the block and go back to the X, but only to be the backup again?
Correct.
It would make more sense if they needed a quarterback and okay, you want to try again,
Mhm.
maybe the second go around might be better, as a starter, but he would be the backup. So it makes no sense to me, in my opinion.
All right.
I randomly threw the Vikings in there due to JJ McCarthy just getting beat up by Sam Darnold last year, a veteran in the NFL. Like, why didn't they
Right.
have JJ McCarthy start last year if he was picked that high in the draft? And for Kirk, if he does go back to Minnesota, the Falcons shot themselves in the foot with the contract. I would be pitching everything to the Vikings and the Steelers right now to come get Kirk Cousins. Because even
Agreed.
if he does go back to Minnesota, you have Justin Jefferson to give him some shout outs and some respect. Jordan Addison, players that he's
Mhm.
played with that
Correct.
JJ McCarthy would have to look and say, holy crap, Kirk is back. They're going to want him to be the starter.
Correct.
Because you saw what he did when he was in Minnesota. I'm just throwing the Vikings into the mix. The Dolphins I threw into the mix because of the Tua situation. But as we
Mhm.
went through the teams the other day, Kerry, you was on the podcast too, and T-Will, there's not that many teams left. Like we have to
Yeah, no.
we have to give some type of scenario for the Falcons to get this guy off of our team. That's the easiest way. Nobody in Canada is going to come get him. And Australian football league's already full. Like the rosters are full. You can't send them over there.
Oh, damn.
And unless he wants to go back to college and go help Georgia Tech or one of them
There you
teams,
go.
I don't know.
Wow.
But I'm saying the way it's looking like
Wow.
right now,
He is
you
his
cannot,
baby right now.
you cannot
have that man walk in that locker room. Because he already said he's not going to show up for OTAs, and like Raheem said, he probably wouldn't show up. You cannot have that man walk in that locker room at summer camp, and you're bringing fans out there to Flowery Branch to sit on that hill in 95-degree weather in the sun. They're going to be shouting and screaming once 18 walks out that that locker room, and they do not want to hear it. They did the air conditioning thing last year. They might as well do it again because I'm telling you, them fans. Over 1,000-something fans on that hill, mad at a guy who took $100 million and then sold the season and then went to the Super Bowl and said all that nonsense. I'm telling you what's going to happen. I know some fans right now that's probably going to say something. Can't even imagine the fans I do not know. So I'm begging you, Falcons, just do the right thing. Like, just do the right thing. If Easton Stick's going to be the backup, that's cool. You still haven't called me, that's fine. I've retired. But if I can come out of retirement and play. But I'm just saying. Secure
Deboe,
the
can you
backup.
hang with us for a minute, or you gotta go?
Oh man, I got to head on out, man. I got to head on out.
Y'all are great, man. Continue with this.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man.
Deboe,
Always.
I can find you.
Yeah, for sure, man. You already know. Find me on YouTube at Deboe Vibes. You know, doing the whole food thing. I'm a foodie, so I do a lot of food shorts, a lot of food reels. You know, going around the South Side to experience some of the fine cuisine down here in Clayton County, Henry County, Fayette County, all that good stuff. Instagram, the real Deboe Vibes. TikTok is Deboe Vibes. So check your boy out. And you know, some of the same Falcons Talk, Falcons Talk, Hawks Talk, Braves Talk, all that good stuff. And of course, catch your boy here every Tuesday and Friday at the one and only for my ATL Sports One and for the T-Will and Deboe Vibe show, man. So I definitely appreciate this opportunity to have to talk some more Atlanta sports, T-Will. And it's going to be a hell of a night on Thursday. I can't wait to join y'all, man.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, brother, as always, we appreciate you, man. Nothing but love and respect, brother. Go ahead and attack your day and dominate. And
Yes, sir.
yep, and I'm gonna see you back here Thursday, brother. Can't wait. I'm excited about it. Let's get it, bro. Let's get
For
it.
sure. All right, Jack Spade, as always, man. Thank you so much. And Carrie, you already know. Appreciate it, Carrie.
Yeah, no problem. Have a great day.
All right, you too. Thank
See you
you.
All right,
Thursday.
Debo.
All right, now, yep.
Jack, Carrie, can you guys hang out for a few more? I don't know, say 10, 20 minutes, or y'all gotta go. We good?
I got like 5 minutes.
I could stay for a few minutes too.
All right, I appreciate it. Let's do some housekeeping
Yeah.
right quick. We got Nathan Floyd in the chat, obviously one time the fan. We got Jay Black. What up, Jay Black? Morning panel members. How are you doing? And why is this thing tripping? And can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right. This thing's tripping. All right. We got my brother Kirk going to the PS. 3 dirty. Kirk needs to buy his contract back and invest in himself. I love it. Eric Parker says Jack rewatches old Hawks playoff games while he's doing.
Free Bronny. Free Bronny.
Oh wow. William Amy says, "What's good, Kirk? I have to go, man. He out of here Thursday."
Interesting stat for the day. Interesting stat for the day. Sorry to cut in. If Bronny would have made those two threes the other night, the Lakers would have lost by 16. I'm just letting you know.
Wow.
Just putting it out there.
Thank you. We needed to know that. Eric Parker says Jack sounds like he celebrated 420 on Easter. Nathan says Vikings or Steelers. Williams says forget Kirk. Let's see. Nathan Hill says what the hell. Maggie T is in the chat this morning. Looking at everybody. What's going on? Ghost Pepper said, hey, Vikings setting up the goddamn stoop, huffing glue out of brown paper bag with Spike Lee from Brooklyn. Damn.
That boy Ghost Peppers.
Yeah, he's kind of aggressive this morning. Okay. William Amy says, we don't make the postseason next year. We are changing up this whole front office. Nathan Floyd.
Ghost Pepper's cool, man. Ghost Pepper's being in the chat, man. He cool, man.
Hey, man. Nathan Floyd has covered the 10 million. Give us a third and a fifth. Mike Lahusky. Mike, how you doing? Hey, fam, how you doing, Mike? We did get your package. Jack, I know you wanted to say some stuff to Mike.
Man, Michael, I was going to make a post, man, but since you're here, man, good morning, man. Yo, Mike, big shout out to you, man. I'm talking about, when we did this podcast, like, we never would have thought, like, what can come from it with these gifts or donations or super chats and stuff. But the package you sent from Puerto Rico, bro, like, thank you so much, man. Like, those are some Puerto Rico snacks. And I'm definitely gonna post a picture on one time for the fan, man. But we gotta thank you, man. The cookies, the coffee, the chocolate, like everything that you sent, bro. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, man. You really did send a package from Puerto Rico. Said Jack Spade on the box when it reached the office, and everybody's looking around like, "Who's Jack Spade?" So I do thank you, man. I know Carrie, T-Will, Bodie, man, really appreciate it, man. Like a
That
package
was
sent
amazing.
from Puerto Rico, Carrie.
From
Like,
Puerto
Yeah, that's
Rico.
cool.
and the biggest thing is really the thought that counts, because he had mentioned it a few times on the podcast, and he was gonna send it. He said it in the chat. I need you guys address so I can send you guys a care package, a little gift for you guys, and the Michael Vick. It's like a damn. It's like an ornament. It's like one of those. I'm gonna show y'all. Man. It's like a Vic.
Bobblehead.
Yeah, no, it's like a Vic statue. It's a hard frame Vic statue that it has two
Dope.
like metal spikes at the bottom that you plant into like a field. It looks like he's throwing the football. But I'm gonna show you guys
Okay.
later on, man.
That's
Um,
really cool.
Man, oh my God, Michael, bro, thank you so much, man. Like, shout out to you, man. Hats off to you, man. I know you in PR. If you ever come over to Atlanta or the States for a game, bro, we got you, bro. Like, I'm gonna look out for you, man. Like, the best way I can. Carrie, T-Will, like, I'm gonna look out for you, Mike,
Right.
the best way we can, man. Like, thank you so much for the package, man. The Puerto Rican, and they're all Puerto Rican like candy and foods too as well. It wasn't like no French
Yeah,
fries
it's
from
cool.
McDonald's. Like, he sent some really cool stuff, man. But the coffee, the ground coffee from Puerto Rico, that's very big, because Puerto Rico is really big on coffee. So that's super cool that he was able to pack this package and send it. And he had a little note that said "enjoy" on top, man. Thank you so much, Mike. Like, thank you for real, bro. For real.
Definitely appreciate, man. We appreciate the love, Mike, and we're sending that love right back, man. Gotta do it. Carrie Jack, I got a few more questions before we get out of here this morning. Carrie, I need to know from you. We have been back and forth, and Mike entered the chat, says, "Shouty!" What up, Mike? Just quick question for you, Carrie. What do you define as a successful night for our Atlanta Falcons? I need two things. I need what's a successful night on the first night, and what is in totality a special draft for the Falcons, where it just couldn't get any better. Define that
Okay.
for us if you don't mind.
For me, um, the first key factor is hitting on the picks. Like, as far as you pick, which you're not really gonna know until, right, they play on the field, but
Carrie, you cutting out. Are you there? Or am I cutting out? Damn, I think it's
You
me.
can
didn't
you hear me?
Jimmy Lake. Everything. You there,
Can you
Carrie?
hear me?
Oh
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
sorry. Can you
like to
hear me?
pass your mic. Yeah, I can hear you now. I think Jim.
Sorry, no, I was getting a call and I'm on my phone, so it
Oh,
like
okay.
cuts you
All right.
out. Sorry about that.
All good.
Um, but for me, a successful draft night one would be hitting on the players as far as impact players. You're not reaching for a player that maybe you see potential, but he's not going to be a starter, day one, season one, game one. Like, you need an impact player who's going to make an immediate impact on this team, specifically the defense. So that's the main key factor for me, is for it to be successful. And then for it to be like, an A1 A+ draft would be you traded back, maybe even just like later in the teens, and acquired more picks, more impact players. Because like I said earlier, we only have two top 100 picks. Um, so really, you should have I mean, those two should be day one starters, but the other three, they're late round picks or day two starters. Two of them in the seventh. It's harder to hit on those. So for me, yeah, you gotta really try to. Uh, you gotta try to trade back, but the thing is I saw the report yesterday of all the teams that are wanting to trade back. There's a lot more teams wanting to trade back than teams wanting to trade up, unfortunately for us. But I'm hoping, Terry can make it happen some way, somehow.
Mm. All right. I valid opinion. I agree with a lot of what you said, and I think you're right. I think the main thing is we need to trade back because we need more top 100 picks. There's no doubt about it. because we need at least 3 starters and one very good pick out of this draft. Mr. Jack Spade, give me your thoughts on what is an excellent draft for the Falcons. I'm sorry, what's an excellent draft night for the Falcons and one time for the fan and everybody, and what is an excellent draft in your mind's eye?
Honestly, as a diehard fan, I mean, there's only one thing that can make this draft night right, and it's if I get the call. And I'll be
Wow.
like,
Stop it.
I didn't get no invite to the workouts.
Wow. 80 on the run, ladies and gentlemen. 80 on the run. All right.
Raheem, he cool as hell. T-Will, like, he's super cool, man. You'll see this summer Falcon fans tune into One Time for the Fan, social media, all platforms. Like, we're going to be out there, training camp, everything. We're going to be out there. We're going to be talking to the new picks, draft pick from first night to the last night. But what makes it successful, Falcon fans, you got to nail that pick on the first night, man. You really do. And like Kerry said, you got 2 top 100 picks. If you don't make a move on the first day, there are some people that will be really eager to come up to 46 and grab a pick 2.
Yeah.
So if you don't make a move on the first day, you can get active on the second day too as well. But don't blow it. Like Mark Cheney said the other night, don't give us a shocker. Like we don't want the shocker this year. We want the guy that's going to go in there and get the job done.
Please. My Lord. Just stick to what you should do,
I will
right?
never
Like,
forget Bodie's
God.
face last year. Bodie was like, "Oh no."
Now, if
I
you
couldn't believe it. I know, that was wild.
The cool thing about the news is we're taking it day by day. And a lot of times how our minds work with these news is we haven't fast forwarded to Thursday to 6 teams maybe looking to trade back, but maybe only 2 teams trade back on Thursday, right? Maybe we're one of the 2. Maybe people don't like the offers that they're getting fielded on. So for us, you got to hit these picks so that way, like you mentioned earlier, T-Will, if you need 3 or 4 starters out there in the field, well, you have the draft picks to go get them. And signing picks at 15 and 46 and those picks, they're not expensive, right? You're not getting a top 10 guy. You're not getting a top 5 quarterback. You don't have to pay this guy $50-60 million. Like, you can get a guy that can fit the scheme. And let's go into the coaching staff. You just signed a new defensive coordinator. And we're old new because he knows the scheme and everything from Raheem. But you have a new linebackers coach. You have a new defensive line coach. Go reward those guys. Give those guys a player that they can say, we're rebuilding this defense, and he's going to help start this rebuild because he's the future. He will be here for the next 4 years. So let's hope that the Falcons nail night 1, and then day 2, day 3. If you trade back, that'll be good. But make it a successful draft that the fans can say, hey, we picked up 2 edge rushers. We picked up a extra safety because we needed one. We picked up a defensive tackle because we needed one. We picked up an offensive lineman. Don't go get a wide receiver and a quarterback and another running back, and don't make these type of moves. And I think for Falcon fans that want to see Kirk up out of here, if you can get a trade done on draft night, that'd be cool. If not, then make it do what it do. But make the fans happy. Picking at 15 is it's not starting at 8 o'clock for you. You're going to be picking around 9:45, 10 o'clock, maybe a little bit after. So fans going to be at the waiting. People's at their house with the draft parties. We're live on the podcast. Just make the right pick. Make it fun. Make it interesting for everybody. We have to sell these tickets and get people in their seats. If it's a Georgia guy, you know how that Georgia fan base is riding down.
Jack,
yeah.
I'm with Jay Black in the chat. He says, I don't want to be entertained. Do what's right. Ever since Mike Vick, Brass thinks that real Falcons fans want to be entertained first and win second. No. And to your point about putting fans in seats, yes, the entertaining electric players do put fans in seats, but I think above all, winning puts fans in seats because we're diehard fans. We're going to be there regardless, but there are a lot of, fair weather fans, and that's every fan base, right? They support the team when they're winning. They're not really down bad with the team when the team is not winning. So if you win, winning cures all, right? So I'm with you, Jay Black, honestly. Like,
right.
We need to start winning. So pick the player that's going to help you win, not the,
I totally
flashy
agree.
pick.
I totally agree. I also, as a season ticket holder,
fat guys win championships.
Sheesh.
You know what I mean? Fat guys win championships. We need to bulk up that line. I like what Jay Black has to say here. List for a successful draft. 1, trading back to number 23, no less than 23. 2, draft a difference-making starter on defense. And 3, Kirk's ass is gone. I love it. I love it. I love it. I can appreciate it. Look, I think what is important, what is paramount, is we need to trade back because we need more picks. But secondary to that, we need to get at least 3 impact players. And look, this draft is filled with defensive talent, right? And Jack, I didn't mean to cut you off. I wanted to just throw that point in there. We need a defensive draft. We need at least 3 things. We need a pass rusher. We need a big ugly, meaning a defensive tackle. We need a linebacker who can run, right? If you go ahead and trade for Jalen Ramsey, even better. If not, maybe a safety. But those are the 4 essential items you got to have. You want to throw in there a backup center, that's fine. But that's what you need to come out of this draft. And if you can also throw out the fact that, hey, we traded Kirk Cousins, that's great. Jack, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, sir.
No, it's good. It's good, man. We're all talking football. I mean, for the Falcons, especially what Jay Black was saying, that's right. I mean, winning is everything. You have to win games. I think for the fans that's heading down to the Bends, they're gonna have a good time out there on the live podcast we have on Thursday night. We're gonna have a good time. But we're doing this for who? For the Atlanta Falcons, right? So we want to see this organization make the right decisions, make the right moves this Thursday. And then after this Thursday, let's not put everything on these rookies because they still have more moves to make. They got to get a roster up to 90 to get ready for camp, and then have to go ahead and start cutting some guys down. So during this next couple months, we're going to see, the who's going to make it, and this player is better than this guy in the camp battles, and that's going to be a real part of the entertaining part. I think when it gets down to the season, it's down to the nitty-gritty. Time to go win some games, and I called it. The schedule's in our favor. I think we should be able to beat the Colts. Michael Penix versus Drake May and the Patriots. We should be able to beat them. The Dolphins. We got them. Like, this is a season I'm believing that they're going to make it happen, and I'm looking at the draft Thursday. Make the right moves. If they trade back, fans going to be happy. Don't miss your guy. Mike Green's on the board, Jalen Walker, Michael Williams, James Pierce Jr. The report that came out apparently yesterday or the day before that Falcons they're not too worried about a troublemaker now. Oh, really? Okay, you're not too worried
That's
about
new.
that. That's Bodie's type of guy. Remember Bodie said it? Go get that guy. Go get that dog. This is probably the move. So let's hope that they get a guy who's going to come in here and make an impact like T-Will said. And then after that, day 2, go get another guy that's going to make an impact. That 2016 roster was filled with a lot of young, impactful players, man. I must say, Devondre Campbell, Deion Jones, a lot of guys over there that really helped out that team too as well. I want to see that type of move made this year. Raheem spoke of it last year. I'm sure that fire is in Raheem's mind right now of getting back to the playoffs, getting a playoff game. The city needs it. We haven't had a playoff game here, man. The Benz needs it. Look at downtown Atlanta. They're getting ready to put Centennial Yards in play. Like, this whole city's about to change in a minute, bro. Like, we need a playoff game. We need a division-winning team. The Bucks are having too much fun down there. Kara, we talked about it last year. We swept the Bucks. We had the Bucks. And then Baker Mayfield mentioning on that Sunday night football report that he's a big Jaden Daniels fan that night. We had to go play the Commanders. It should have never been that. This year, let's really outrun the South. Let's really make it happen. I'm all for it. I got to go, guys. Shout out to you all. Be blessed. T-Will, keep doing what you do,
Jack,
man.
have a good day.
Jack Spade, we got you, man. You can find Jack at One Time for the Fan.
Hey, T-Will, I just want to mention something else that I forgot was to. Oh, sorry.
Hold up. Jack, tell his folks where they can find you.
Oh, man, One Time for the Fan. Sundays, Wednesdays, Fridays, pop-up shows, T-Will shows. Waiting for Carrie to start her podcast. I'll be on that show, too. Everywhere, man. We just do it, the best we can for the fans. One Time for the Fan is from the fan, for the fan. We really enjoy talking Falcons. And, of course, T-Will, Braves, Hawks, everything. Like, we just enjoy this. Like, this is just fun. You know what I'm saying? It's the off season. Like, it's time to go about our day. Like you told Deboe, go attack the day. Fans, go attack the day. Like, be productive. Do something for your family. Do something for your friends. For those of you in Atlanta, be safe. Could be some bad weather out here today. For those of you on the golf course, I'll see you out there. Y'all have a good one, man. Stay blessed. Rise up.
Hey,
Have a good day, Jack.
Appreciate you, man. See you Wednesday night and Thursday. Appreciate you joining us as always. Jack Spade, the man, the myth, the legend. Miss Carrie, I agree with Jack. Hey, look, man, if you ever start your own show, I'm there. I would love to be a part of that. Oh my God.
I
Oh my God.
appreciate it. Thank
Oh, I
you.
would love to be a part of that. That would be great. That would break the internet.
Um,
Uh, you know it would. Anyway,
oh man.
we got Maggie T in the chat. They going wide receiver, laugh out loud. Don't do us like that, Maggie T. Don't do us like that. Jay Black says, I do not want to be entertained. Do what is right. Ever since Mike V. Brass think the real Falcon fan want to be entertained. First and win second. No. Mike, Jack gonna be electrocuted. Mike, we're not gonna put that out there. Nathan Floyd, don't be surprised if they go offensive tackle first, Nate. I hope they don't do that. They could. I hope they don't. I really hope they don't, Nate. Jay Black Carey is right. We don't want exciting. We want picks that bring wins. Amen. William Amy says, I want Mike Green because he's different makers. He's a difference maker to me. Jack, Eric Parker says Jack got his camera off because he's wearing a Kirk Cousins jersey. I'm getting that Jack sparked my brother's ire, Carey. Anyway, William Amy says facts, defensive line and linebacker and safety and cornerback. Eric says his usual 17-0. For those of you who know my brother, you know at the beginning
Love
of every
it.
year, 17-0. We're never losing again. Oh my
I
God.
love it.
Jay
I
Black.
just
Go ahead, Gary.
I was gonna say, I hope that one guy's not in here.
Ah,
Oh Lord,
why
I don't
even
even remember the
bring that up?
name. I know, I'm sorry. I'm
Why
thinking
even
out
do
loud.
that,
I'm thinking
man?
out
Oh
loud. I don't
wow.
even remember the guy's name. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh
thinking out loud
wow.
here.
Oh wow. I watch my next show. That bastard's gonna be. Oh, you were looking for me. You were looking for
Yeah.
me, Gary. Hey, Jay Black says we signed a
Lord.
fee for Penix, so Kirk will not see second team or practice squad. Eric says
Okay.
15.
Sorry, can we go to that? Actually, I wanted to bring that up before Jack left, but I didn't get a chance. Um, Today, I don't know if you saw it yet, but the Falcons just about like 30 minutes ago posted "Good morning from Bijan," and it's a video of Bijan arriving to the facilities. Today is the Falcons players' first voluntary off-season program. Starts
Okay.
today.
That's awesome.
So it is awesome. It's one step closer, day closer to real football. But my thing is, I'm really just thinking about it. We signed um, Easton Stick yesterday,
Yep.
and the voluntary practices start today. Raheem Morris has already come out and said that he really doesn't see Kirk Cousins coming to the voluntary, practices, which that starts today.
Right.
Now I'm kind of getting a little. It's not that I'm getting pessimistic, but it kind of put it to like the puzzle pieces together. Did we just sign Easton Stick because we need somebody to practice with the twos? You get it? Like, because Kirk's not
Could
going to
be.
show up, so they need another quarterback.
Could be. Could be. Or
Oh,
look.
man.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I don't think if Kirk gets traded, I don't think Kirk's going to show up this year, right? Because Kirk has made what $300 million. Kirk's got money. Kirk's got money. So if we don't trade him, Kirk's just going to sit his ass at home, and that's fine. We'll find him. Good, great. No, I mean, I think that the Falcons realize where Kirk is with it, and they signed him because they don't plan on Kirk being here, right? Because it's one thing to talk trash. It's another thing if you got to live it, right? Because it's not just Kirk going to the bins, it's also his family. You really think Kirk wants his wife and his kids hearing what they're going to hear? Because they're going to hear it. They're going to hear it.
Right,
So
right,
who wants to do? So I don't think Kirk ever puts on a Falcons jersey again. Even if we don't trade him, I don't see that happening. I really don't.
right.
And I think that's why they signed Easton Stick. And I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm not paying you to go sit somewhere else.
Right. No,
Whether
it makes
you started
sense.
or
It
not.
just
Go
I
ahead.
forgot voluntary workouts started today, so I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense. The timing.
It
I
does.
thought the whole
It does.
timing was right before the draft, but I think honestly it's more so we need somebody, sign them yesterday, practice starts today. We need somebody to practice with the backup, the twos, the threes,
Yeah.
obviously Kirk's not gonna be there. They can't just be standing there, like because obviously Penix is, practicing with the ones. So
Right. No, agreed. I think both can be true, Kerry. I think you're absolutely right. I think maybe
yeah.
the timing of it is correct. They need somebody to practice with the twos, and they probably figured we need a number two anyway. Now is as good a
Yeah.
time as any. Let's do it. Or it could mean, it could be a harbinger of good things to come that maybe there's a deal in place, right? that's going to be revealed on day 2, day 3, or somewhere down the line. There could be a deal in place. We don't know. That's why we got to continue to tune in and check out these Falcons. Carlos says, Wasabi. Mike says, bye, Jack. Jay Black says, Wasabi, we need Falcon players whose nickname is Wasabi. Wasabi. Jay Black, hit the like button, please. Yes, please hit the like button. And subscribe if you haven't. Deshaun says, what up, T-Will? Carrie, Jack, hurry up. My roof needs fixing. Yeet, get some. Hey, man, let me tell you.
Oh, wow.
I feel like that's how we should start every Falcons game. Ladies and gentlemen, your Atlanta Falcons are coming out onto the field. Yeet, get some. I just feel like that's an Atlanta thing. Yeet is an Atlanta colloquialism. I think that's how we should start every Falcons game. That's just me. I don't know how you feel about it, Kerry, but hey, man, that's how I feel. William Amy says, we ain't had a consistent pass rush since John Abram. That's true. Jack says, free Bronny. Jack, let it go. Mike says, I just want Kirk gone on draft day. I want Kirk's ass gone today. Ghost Pepper says, T-Will, we don't mind picking up a wide receiver in the later round, 6th or 7th round, if we trade back. Jay Black says, that is nice, Kerry. All right, Miss Carey. So, you know the one thing Jack said we weren't going to do this week? Do you remember what that was, Miss Carey?
What was that?
Come on. You know what he said we weren't going to do. He was like, we're not going to do this week. We've done enough of it already. You don't remember?
I really don't remember.
Oh, wow. He said we weren't going to do draft picks anymore.
Oh, he did say that. No more. Okay, you're right. He did say that. My bad.
You know what, Miss Carey? You know what? You know what? You know where I'm going with this, right? I didn't get to where I was, by
Oh
always
gosh.
following the
I'm
rules.
not gonna
Right?
listen to him. I'm just stuck on Michael's comment. I'm sorry. He said Carrie's gonna miss running the Cousins fan group. Why is everybody coming for me lately? Like, wow. I mean, is
Oh
this what
wow!
happens when you start to become a savage? You get savage people back
Oh
because, man,
wow!
I'm just like,
Oh
I'm minding my own
wow!
business over here. Not
Oh
you too,
wow!
Michael. I thought we were friends.
Oh
Yesterday too, I was
wow!
getting on Twitter. They were doing the same thing, telling me I got a
Oh
Kirk Cousins
wow!
blanket. I'm gonna hug at night. Like too
Oh
much.
wow! I
I,
love it, Mike. I love it, Mike. I love
do
it.
you? I don't. I'm
I
like,
didn't
and then
know.
Craig
I
too.
didn't.
Your guy Craig. He said
I,
Kerry Cousins has a nice ring to it. Yesterday, he
oh
came at me
wow!
yesterday,
No,
and then
Craig
our
didn't.
guy Antonio said, now I can sell my Kirk Cousins blanket if Kirk leaves. Yep, man. You
I did see
guys have been on a heater
that.
lately with that, man.
I did see that. Well, Carrie, it's because you're such a positive person, and you reek of positivity. You are a beautiful soul. You're just a beautiful person inside and
Thanks,
out.
T. Will. But
And
I know I'm an easy target, right?
no. We're just not used to you being the savage Terry. Like it's like when the Rock turned heels. It's like you're bad Terry. Ever since the
Oh
whole
man.
Kirk Cousin things, like you're bad Terry. Like you just, I mean, you've been on one for about 2 months, Miss
I
Carey.
have,
You
yeah,
know
thanks to Kirk Cousins. I mean,
this.
maybe I turned heel at the right time, just the same time as John Cena.
Maybe you did. Maybe you did, right? Which John Cena won the other night. But
He
hey, man,
did.
let's
Made history, 17-time champion.
hey man, hey, he did his thing. He did his thing. All right, let's do a quick draft right quick. Miss Carey, we're going to let you do it. We're going to let you choose. You in the chat, whether you want to trade or whatever you want to do. So let me share my screen here. And chat, we can't do this without you. So we need you to participate, chat. And yeah, man, we're gonna do it. And yeah, here we go. So
Deshaun, come on. I'm so
wait, who said that? What did he say?
look at the
Terry,
comments. Oh my
who said that?
goodness.
Deshaun?
Kirk
Kirk
is
is
going to
going to
play
play
for
for
Miami Dolphins. Yes.
Ah!
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Oh man. You know
Wow.
what? It's like ever since that show where the podcaster Olympics were born, Deshaun really turned
Man.
heel. Deshaun turned
Man.
heel. Deshaun is like the leader of the NWO. For those of you who don't know wrestling, that goes back a ways, but Deshaun is turned into the
Whoa.
bad guy, man. Say hello to the bad guy. His name is Deshaun.
Steve.
All right, Carrie,
No,
we're starting now.
man.
We're
Okay,
starting the
cool.
draft now.
Let's see where we're
Let's,
at.
we're on the
15.
clock. They want to trade for 66? Absolutely not.
No.
All right, so let's see who we got here. We got Tyler Warren. No, we're not going to pick a tight end. We got Ted McMillan. We got Mikael Williams. We got Jahdae Barron. We got Jahad Campbell. We got
He's
Malachi
starting.
Stark.
Did you see that he's possibly going to be on the pup list?
Oh,
Malachi, is it, Jahad Campbell. So he
you
might
know.
fall a little bit. Wouldn't that be amazing if we somehow get him later on? I still have, I don't know why I have some kind of like gut feeling that we stay put at 15 and trade back in the second. That's just, I don't know, gut feeling I have. But yeah, Jahad Campbell, he might fall a little bit. Hopefully that
All
could
right.
work in our favor.
All right, Kerry Fontenot. Who are you
Okay.
picking
Not Carrie Fontenot. I just saw Carrie Cena. Michael put Carrie.
here?
Y'all are wild. Okay. So we got Jahad Campbell, who I like. Mikael Williams, who we know I like. Um, that's it. Kai Starks is there.
Yeah, I think Kenneth Grant is great, but he's a bit
Gosh.
of a reach. Nick Emanwari is coming up in the world because he was initially in the second round, but you
Wow.
got Mikael Williams here. The only thing about Mikael Williams is that on a lot of his sacks, when you're looking at the highlights, Georgia rushes 6 or 7. I see very
Yeah.
few where they rush 4 or 5 and he gets there. Like
Okay.
when I you know what I mean, and that could mean nothing. It could mean everything. I don't know. But hey, you're the GM. What are we doing here, Kerry? Are we going to try and seek a trade? Are we going to try and trade down ourselves? You want to try and seek one, see what's there, or do you want to pick at 15? Whatever you want to do, fine with me.
Yeah. Let's try and see if we get any good offers. If not, then we'll stay put at 15.
All right, so let's go to. I know the Chargers have a lot of picks. Let's go to the
I
Chargers.
okay, cool.
Let's offer them a third and a fourth, and let's see if they take it. All right, they took it. So you still got Jahad Campbell there. You got Jahdae Brown. You got
Mm.
Walter Nolan, which I think Scott Karisic hates that guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he is not a fan. He is not a fan. Let's look at who we got at edge. So at edge we got Donovan Ezaraku. We're at 22. I don't know.
Mm.
Let's look at defensive linemen. You got Walter Nolan. You got Tyleek Williams. Let's look at safety. I mean, you still got Jahad there.
I know. I was about to say it seems like we should go with Jahad because, in my opinion, who's left now that we traded back? The trade back is permanent, right? Like,
Yeah. Oh no, no,
okay, so yeah, okay.
no take
So we
backseat.
can, okay, yeah. So, all right, well,
Ah,
let's go ahead and take Jahad then at that point.
all right, let's go ahead and
I
take
don't,
Jahad.
yeah.
All right, they gave you an A for that one. All right, now we're at 46. And let's see who we
Mm.
got. Let's check all. All right. None of these guys we really need. So we took a linebacker, right? Let's look at edge. All right.
Oh, I will
He was
get
a good,
Princely.
yeah.
Do you
All right.
think it's too early at 46? I like Princely.
No,
We need
I
an
like
edge.
Prince. And he's definitely not going
Okay.
to be there at 86, so let's take him.
Yeah. Okay.
All
And
right, they
he's an
gave us an
impact
A for that.
player. I like him a lot.
All right, so you got your edge, you got your linebacker. Jahad Campbell can run. That's going to free up, Caden to blitz. And no, we're not going to do this trade. And we're
Mm,
not going to, wait a minute, you get
no.
a third. So I can't see the other picks we have, damn it. I'm going to reject that. And I'm going to reject that. And I'm definitely going to reject that. All right.
Check that. Yeah.
All right. So we got an edge. We got a linebacker. Let's look
I
at
feel like Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like we need D line interior for sure.
All right, so you got Ty Robinson here. Is there a way we can look up what they got to say about Ty Robinson? No, there's not, damn it. You got Ty Robinson. Let's look at safety. You got Kevin Winston Jr.
Okay.
Let's look at corner. No, I'm not really in love with anybody here. You got Kobe Bryant, but you can get him later in later rounds. Let's look at interior
Okay.
offensive lineman. You got Charles Grant here. You do need a backup center. You do need a backup center. Charles Grant, look at raves about him. Now they're suggesting
Really?
Garrett Wilson
Okay.
here, who's also good. You could, I mean, you've got your edge, you've got your linebacker. Give me your
Okay.
thought here. What does Kerry want to do?
I mean, gosh, I was wanting to do interior D line, but I
Well,
don't
let's
really
look at it.
know.
Let's look at what we got. You got
Okay.
Ty Robinson here. Ty Robinson's not bad. I mean, that's not a bad pick here.
Okay.
You want to go?
Okay.
That's what you want to do.
Um,
We can do that.
well, what about the one underneath him, like in
Deion Walker.
comparison? Yeah, I think Jay Black said he likes him, but I don't know much difference between the two, to be honest.
Well, let's find out.
Um,
Let's see
okay.
what they have to say. All right, they gave you a B plus. Not bad. So we got our D
Okay.
tackle. We got our edge. We got our two big uglies on defense. We got our linebacker. Let's take a look at center. You still got Charles Grant there at pick 118. You need a backup center. Thoughts? Let's look it off.
Gosh. Okay, yeah.
He's not in love with Mr. Charles Grant. So you got Jacob Parrish, which I know nothing about.
No, I mean, I like
Nothing
Charles Grant. Let's go Charles Grant, honestly, because like you said, we need a back. I think he play center or he plays right tackle.
No, I think he's guard.
Oh, for some reason, okay.
He can play
Okay,
guard
my
or
bad.
center. But I mean, if you insert him as the backup center to
Okay,
the guy we got now, I think we're okay. The guy we got now, Jesus. Now
okay.
here's the thing: you still have Ty Robinson at pick 125. He's there if you want to double down. You got Chris Paul, the linebacker. Let's look at cornerback. I know nothing about Dole Williams. I think Darian Strong is okay. Kobe Bryant is there, but you might be you got to pick. I don't know if Kobe Bryant's going to be there at 218, but I'm not. You don't
I
necessarily.
remember Ty Robinson had a good RAS score. I didn't remember that much.
You said
Um,
who?
Ty Robinson.
Ty
Is he
Robinson?
still there? He's gone.
No, he's still there. If you want him.
Okay. Who's left as an edge rusher? I know we took Princely, but maybe we could take one more, depending on who's there.
Nobody that I'm in love with.
Mm.
I know that Ryan the historian likes Q Robinson.
Oh, okay.
I think he likes him. You got to think I've done drafts with just about everybody, so I
Oh,
think he likes him, but I'm not
okay.
necessarily sold, and I feel like you can get Q maybe. I think this is maybe a little too high to pick him here. What Q is at 180? We're at 125. That's a bit of a reach.
Right.
Let's see. Let's look at another D lineman. You still got Ty Robinson here, which I
I
mean,
know. I feel like it's screaming out at me, right?
all right, let's do it. All right, so we got Ty Robinson. You got an AA, B plus, A plus, B plus. So you're killing it. We're at pick 218. Now we can do whatever the hell we want. So
Okay.
look at
So who do we have so far? Can we go over the positions
sure.
real
We
quick?
got linebacker, Mr.
Linebacker.
Scott Campbell. We got Frank
Okay.
Human. I'm just gonna call him Human at edge rusher, A. We got Deion Walker at D tackle. Fat guys win championships, B plus. We got Mr. Charles Grant Backup center, A+ at 118. And we got Mr. Ty Robinson, B+, defensive tackle. Fat guys win championships. We've done good so far. We can do whatever the hell we want to do here because these are 2 lottery picks anyway. So let's look at all.
Okay.
And you
How
got a
is
tight
there?
end.
Can we start with the corner? I didn't realize we did pick up a
Do whatever
corner, so
you
maybe
want
we
to
could.
do.
Okay, maybe a
All right.
corner.
You got Bilal Cone, which I know nothing about. You got Jordan Hancock, which I know nothing about. Cody Bryant is gone. He's off the board. I mean, you got 6 corners. You don't necessarily need one. You can take one here if you want.
Okay.
Let's look at wide receiver. You got Dante Thornton, which again I know nothing about him. You got Nick Nash. I've heard good things about him out of San Jose State. Caden Prather is okay.
Ideally, I would like to, with these last 2 picks, I would like to go wide receiver and corner.
All
Those are
right.
the 2 positions I feel like I would like to fill.
All right. So where are we going? Are we going corner first or wide receiver first?
Can I see the wide receivers again? I'm sorry.
Of course you can.
Okay.
You got Dante Thornton. You got Nick Nash, which I think those are, you can take your pick there. The kid Prather's not bad, but that may be a reach at 261. Doesn't matter. They're lottery picks anyway. So whoever you want, let's go with it.
I'll take Andrew Armstrong. I
Andrew-
remember Scott had liked him.
Okay. And they gave you an A for that pick. So look at Carrie. All right. And we are
cool.
coming up on the last pick. Cornerback.
Let's see if I can get a. Yeah, we got Jay Black. How do you like the wide receiver I picked? I know you wanted a wide receiver.
Jay Black, how you like the wide receiver? Let us know. All right. So we got
corner.
At corner, we got Justin Wiley. We got Tommy Hill. We got Corey Black, Jalen Smith. I don't know any of these guys at this point. So I do know Odell Fortune, but I don't know. Jack likes your pick, Carrie. So where are we going
Thank
here?
you. Yeah, I think I would like to go with Justin Wally with the last pick.
A+. You killed it, Carrie. All right.
Hi.
So you got Jahad Campbell. You got Prince Human. You got Deion Walker. You got Charles Grant. You got Ty Robinson. You got Andrew Armstrong. You got Justin Wiley. And you did not get 1 C on your report card. So you did awesome. You did awesome. You were outstanding, Gary.
Appreciate it. Do you mind snipping that for me or screenshotting that for
I
me?
don't mind screenshotting that at all.
That's the first one I did with you. That's fun.
I don't mind doing that at all. Let me save it right here.
Thank you.
And let me make this a little smaller on the screen. Okay. So now we should be able to get it in here. Come on, T-Wil. Let's go, buddy. All right. Let me go ahead and screenshot that.
Thanks, T-Wil.
Oh, it's no problem at all. And I'm
That
going
was
to
fun.
our chat. There we go.
Cool.
And let me find our chat. Let me first off take it off camera. You thought I was dead. You thought I
wow. It wouldn't be the first time, remember?
I know you thought I was gonna forget, but I didn't. I did not. This is us.
Oh,
all right, I dropped it in there. So yeah.
Oh, thank
Gary,
you.
I
All right.
appreciate that.
Appreciate you. I have to hop off now, but that was fun. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for joining me. And hey, man, again, Carrie, if you start your show, man, I just want to be on there. I don't have to be regular.
Oh, you already know you'll be on there if I ever do.
You know what I mean? I know you're gonna have guests coming out the wazoo, but I just want to be a cog in the wheel, man.
Oh, come on. You would definitely be there. Don't worry about that.
Got to
Thank
do
you.
it. Hey, tell these folks where they can find you, Miss Carrie.
Yeah, you could find me on One Time for the Fan, sometime on For My ATL Sports 1. Yeah, the big thing is draft night, 2 days away. It's finally here. We'll be there. We'll be live 7 p.m. Guys, please join us. We're gonna have lots of giveaways throughout the show. You got to be tuned in though for the giveaways. You can't, hop in, hop out. You kind of have to be present during the show and locked in with us. We're gonna have lots of special guests all throughout the night. I mean, we have over 10 special guests joining us, so it's gonna be a fun time. I can't wait. So I'll see you guys on Thursday night.
All right.
Have a good day, everyone. Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you, Miss
T-Wil.
Carey. Have a good one. As always, we appreciate you. Miss Carey, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, guys, I'm going to do something I normally don't do. I'm going to drop the link in here. If you guys want to hop in for a few minutes and we do a draft together, that's fine. Look, and if nobody wants to do it, nobody wants to do it. I typically don't do this, but I'm going to do it today. So there's the link. You guys, I'm going to give, let's see, what was it, 9:51? Hey, nobody chooses it in the next 12 minutes, then, obviously got to go. But if you guys want to do a draft right quick, we can do that. Well, hop in, Auntie Pam. Hop on in here. Hop on in here. If you're prepared. If I tell you what, I'll do one while we wait. And if somebody wants to join, you can. If not, I totally get it. So let's let me go back here. StreamYard. Falcons. Fast. Inner draft room. All right, guys. So 1546, 118, 218, and 242. We're going to go ahead and start it. And let's see who's going to jump in. We got Auntie Pam in here.
Hello.
Auntie Pam, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing, Auntie Pam?
Doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I can't complain, and it wouldn't matter if I did. And hey, man, I am pleased as punch to finally share a stage with the one and only Auntie Pam. So, with that being said, Auntie Pam, let's get to it. Let's get on it, doggone it.
Okay.
Now, we are at pick 15 here. Auntie Pam, do you want to see if we can trade back, see if we can find a trade, or do you want to just pick it and keep it pushing? What are we
Let's
doing
see.
here?
Let's see what we got to trade.
All right, let's see what we got to trade. All right, so I'm gonna pick the Chargers because they got about 11 picks, so they can afford it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
115, 122,
Uh,
third, fourth round, and that looks like a good trade to them. They're acceptable,
yeah.
amenable to it, so we're gonna
Okay.
do it. All right, so we're pick 22. Guess what? You got
Uh-huh.
Mikael Williams here at edge.
Uh-huh.
You want him.
Uh-huh.
You got
Yeah.
Shamar Stewart. I'd stay away from Shamar Stewart, but
No,
that's me.
I'm staying away from Shamar Stewart.
You got Malachi
Um.
Starks, Derek Harmon,
uh,
and Walter Nolan. Where are we
okay.
going, Pam?
We're gonna go to the let's see, the Makai Williams. We're gonna go the edge.
All right, Mikael Williams. Let's go there. We got him. They gave you an A+ for that pick. Excellent, outstanding. So we are now at the second pick. We're on the clock. You got Trey Amos at corner there. You
Uh-huh.
got, let me see here, Benjamin Moore at corner.
Uh-huh.
I'm not in love with these corners.
What about safety? Let's look at the safety.
Let's look at safety. All right, so let's go up here and let's hit safety. And Jesus, man, what can you do about that?
Uh-huh.
All right, so we got Xavier Watts, who's not a bad pick here.
Uh-huh.
Junior. You've got Andre Makuba.
Uh-huh. Low man there.
But you you can go get him in the plate.
Yeah. Let's look at the D line.
All right, you got Darius Alexander, you got Alfred Collins. Alfred Collins isn't bad, but it feels like a bit of a reach there.
Uh-huh.
A lot of these guys you probably can get at pick 86.
Get later.
Yeah.
Let's go to wide receiver.
Oh, Auntie Pam is taking a wide receiver in the second round. Auntie Pam is trying to get some table flipping going on. Oh my goodness. She's gonna shock the world.
Oh
All right.
my God.
We got woo, I didn't expect that. All right, where we going, Auntie Pam? Where we going?
Let's go center.
All right. Oh wait, no. There we go. All right, you got Donovan Jackson, Jonah Salvina, Marcus Mbo, Jared Wilson, Charles Grant. A lot of these guys feel like reaches here.
Reaches. Oh God.
Did we look at
tackle? Let's look at edge again. Let's look at edge again, because I'm not liking those picks.
Let's see. You got JT Tumala. I'm not in love with him. He's not terrible. They probably give you a B here. You got Jack Sawyer. He's not bad.
Let's
if you want to go with him, I think they're going to give you a B. Yeah, they gave you a B.
That's okay. Okay.
Not bad at all. All right, so let's go back to all here. Let's see what we're looking at.
Oh, got a trade.
No, we're not doing
that. No, that. We're going to reject that.
We're not doing that. And so they're giving if you go down one, right? They're giving you an extra 6th and a 7th.
Let's do that.
All right. Yeah, why not? I mean, you got nothing to lose.
Why not? Hey, why not? Okay.
Wait, did I reject it?
No.
I rejected it.
Oh,
no,
okay. All right.
They wanted to get another trade at 87. All right, so you got an edge here. You got a wide receiver. If you want to shock the world, you don't have to though.
I know.
You could. You got linebacker Demetrius Knight. Demetrius Knight is okay here.
I like him. Let's go with Demetrius Knight.
All right. They gave you an A+ for that pick.
Yeah. I like him a lot. Ooh, Kennard. I like Kennard.
Oh, you're going to get nothing but edge rushers. Okay.
Yeah, let's get Kennard.
Pam is stacking it. Okay. we'll get 100 sacks next year.
I hope.
Let's see.
Leonard Floyd wants a lot of edge rush, so I'm open to that.
We got it now. We definitely got it now.
Reject that. Go and reject that. Let's see. That's a running back, right?
That's a running back. Which
no.
I mean, so here's the argument you could make for that, right? If you trade Algier, then you might need it. And I'm not speaking this into existence.
But you know what? I see my guy right there in 96. We're gonna go Ty Robinson.
That's a good pick. That is a very good pick, Auntie Pam. Oh, Auntie Pam out here doing it. Oh, she might know what she's doing, Chad. Look at it.
I've done the draft before.
She's rebuilt our defensive line. Are you kidding me? She is killing it. All right. So let's see where we are. All right, we're back on the clock. No, we're not doing that.
We're gonna reject that.
All right, so you got an offensive tackle, Mr. Logan Brown. You got Kobe Bryant, who is a very decent cornerback here. If you want to do it, you do need a backup center. It wouldn't hurt you to get a cornerback. Whatever you want to do.
Let's
want to look at centers.
Let's look at the centers. Let's look at centers. See what we got.
Okay, Joshua Gray is not bad. Jackson, I don't know anything about him.
I don't know about him either.
Let's see if our dude Carson is here. He's not. So I forget his last name, but he played for Alabama A&M. But he has moved up the draft rather quickly because he's not on the board. You got Jackson. I know nothing about him. I know nothing about him. You could take him.
Let's look at the D line again. D line.
Wow. Okay, you got JJ Pagee here.
We gonna get him, JJ Pagee.
Oh, look at Auntie Pam. She is killing it. Oh my goodness. She is on fire.
Reject that.
All right.
All right.
So now
Let's look at the wide receiver.
let's look at the wide receivers. All right, you got Pat Bryant again. I don't know anything about Nick Nash.
I don't know.
Nick
Nick
Nash
Nash.
is decent. Nick Nash is pretty good. Case
Yeah, yeah.
Frazier is okay. I feel like he's a bit of a reach here, but Nick Nash, Pat Bryant, take your pick.
We're gonna go Nick Nash.
Boom. And they gave you an A for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to 242.
We're gonna go offensive tackle and center. If you, we're gonna
All right.
protect Michael Penix's blind side.
All right, so you got Joshua Gray here, who's not a bad pick. Bad pick. Let's look at offense. You got Jack Nelson. I don't know anything about him.
I
You
don't know
got a
about
Georgia
him.
boy, but he feels like, was it 242? I mean, it's the 7th round. Well, you probably can still get Xavier Truss at pick 250 if you want.
Yeah. We go. Let's see. Let's see what we. Let's see.
Didn't like that. Auntie Pam did not like that, ladies and gentlemen. No, not another bit.
Let's see. Let's look at the linebacker.
Linebacker.
Got a linebacker.
Nothing there that really.
Nothing. Did we look at center?
Yeah, but we can look at it again. You got Joshua Gray here. You probably get a good grade on Joshua Gray. I don't know much. I've heard one or two people say he's decent. You're in the 7th round here, so
yeah. So you can. Okay.
You want to take him or no?
Yeah, let's go ahead and take him.
All right, you got an A+ for it. Now with pick 250, let's go back to your offensive tackle. Maybe your trust is still there if you want to take him.
Yeah, let's go. Well, that Michigan guy, how is it?
I have no idea. I have no idea. So I'm going wherever you're saying.
I know. Goodness.
Nate Floyd wants you to go Truss here.
Trust. Okay, I'll go with Nate for Trust. I'll go with Trust.
We're gonna trust, and we're gonna trust in Nate.
Keep on trust. Keep that faith.
Got your B right there, Auntie Pam.
Okay.
You did great.
All right.
Let's out of here. You got all A's and B's. Right?
Yes.
Williams.
That's not bad.
And that's not bad at all.
I dress the knees.
Right. You got 3 edge rushers. You got 2 defensive linemen. You got 1 center. You got 1 offensive tackle. And hey, man, fat guys win championships. You got a wide receiver and you got a linebacker. I think you did great. That's awesome. That was outstanding. I got to give you your props on that. Shout out to Auntie Pam. That was most excellent. That was most excellent. That is awesome.
Yes.
So
that's actually my 4th draft I did with somebody. I did 2 of them with Coach Unchained and 1 with Larry. Last year. Well, 1 this year was with Coach Unchained. So this would be my 2nd one that I actually did.
I don't want to be outdone by anybody. So we're gonna do it again. I feel like Steve Harvey. We're playing the feud. We're gonna do it again. So I can say I did 2 with Auntie Pam. How about that? You didn't do it with me. I did 2 with Auntie Pam. How about that? What y'all got to say about that? All right, so Auntie Pam, you're a veteran now. You got this. Let's go ahead and start here.
All right.
All right, so where'd our pick? You got hey man, you got Jalen Walker here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Jalen Walker right there.
You gotta take him.
I gotta take him.
Yeah,
I gotta take him.
That's a steal at that point. Maybe we try and trade back at with the foot. So let's see what trades out there.
Okay.
Let's pick the Chargers again.
Okay. They got a lot of picks.
Maybe
let's go ahead and rob them blind.
All right. They're gonna give us a 4th and a 5th. We're gonna take it. All right, so we get down to 55. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And then rocks. All right, so You
Okay.
got well, we don't need a quarterback. That's right,
Oh no.
take a quarterback, shock the world. Just kidding. You got Tyleek Williams here,
Uh-huh.
who's a good defensive tackle, and
Yeah.
that guy's win championships. So if you want to take him here, you're good to
Okay.
go if you want.
Uh-huh. Let's look at the center.
All right. No, yeah, there's nobody
Uh,
here.
I could probably wait on Jerry Wilson.
Yeah, you can. Or
Yeah,
Charles.
hopefully he don't get picked up. D-line. Let's look at D-line.
All right. You got Tyleek Williams. That's
Yeah. Hey, well, he's staring at me. Let's go with Tyree Williams.
Let's go with Tyleek Williams. All right. 2 for 2. All right. So now we're at pick 118. And we're almost there. We're not
almost there. Oh, I hope he's there. I hope he stays there. Oh. Nope.
No, we're rejecting.
No. We're gonna go Ty Robinson.
Oh, okay. Fat guys win championships. Love it. Okay. And we're gonna reject that, and we're gonna reject that, and we're gonna reject that. All right. Now we're right back at 125. So let's see who's up there. Let's see.
Will Howard looks good. Let's go with Will Howard.
He's a quarterback. I don't think.
Okay. He a quarter. Oh, I thought he was a corner. Okay.
No. It does look like it does look like that, but he's a quarterback.
He's a quarterback.
We got two defensive linemen. Let's look at Edge.
Edge. Yeah.
I don't know anything about that dude.
Me
I don't know anything about anybody left in here. I'm not really.
Wide receiver. Let's look at wide receiver.
Let's look at wide receiver. All right. I don't know anything about any of these dudes.
Go back up the top.
Back at the top. Isaiah
I'm
Bond.
gonna go with Isaiah Bond.
Okay. They gave you an A for that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to pick 158.
Okay.
No, we're not doing that, Raiders or Raiders. You guys can kick rocks. Let's see. What are we doing? Let's go to all here. And you got a linebacker here, Jeffrey Bossa. Bossa's not bad. He's not bad. Great. You're at pick 158. He's not bad.
Okay. What we got at center?
Let's look at who we got at center. Okay, so Charles.
We're going with Carson Vincent.
He's good. Carson Vincent is good.
We'll go with him.
All right.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy anyway.
Yep. There you go. All right. So we're at pick 218 now.
I'm
gonna wait on them to roll up on us.
The Seth McLaughlin dropped a lot. I'm surprised. Yeah, he dropped. That's a center from Ohio. He dropped a whole lot.
He did.
They just picked him up.
I feel like Xavier Truss is a reach here.
Yeah, it's a reach.
Let's look at another edge. Nah, nobody on the left.
Not in love with him.
Tackle.
Cam Jackson, go back up.
You like him?
I like him. Let's go with Cam Jackson.
All right, let's go Cam. They gave him a plus for it.
Well,
right, that's it. So we got an edge, we got 3 D tackles, we got a wide receiver, and we got a center.
We're gonna get the best available player at the number.
Best available player. You got another edge out of Miami. You got a safety. You got another backup center, and you got a wide.
Who's the safety?
Craig Woodson. I know nothing about Craig Woodson.
I don't know nothing about him. We're gonna go with that edge at top.
Okay, Sam going with the edge. All right, and they gave you a B on that one. So you've been great this entire time. You've done 2 draft picks. I think the Falcons will probably be calling you.
I hope so.
Look for a call from them within the next couple of days. I think they're going to want to join their team. You know, everyone come check out Auntie Pam.
Wow.
So yeah, I probably could do a better job than that.
That's okay. That was fun.
Yeah. It was fun. I like this. I don't know. Jack was like, "We're not doing anymore." I'm like, "Whatever, Jack. That's what I got."
I
No,
know.
I'm gonna be
I trade Kirk Cousin to the Tennessee Titans on the first draft that I actually did.
Hey man,
I got him off my team.
let me tell you something. I'm gonna be doing drafts all week. I'm doing them today.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing them all day tomorrow,
Yeah,
and
do it all the way up to draft
I'm
day.
gonna do it. I'm
Nothing
gonna do
wrong
it
with
Thursday.
that.
I'm gonna do it Thursday. So Thursday,
Uh-huh.
one time for the fan is gonna be on from 7 to 11. But I think
Mhm.
I'm gonna do a show maybe from 2 up, maybe from 3 up until about 7, or
Mhm.
maybe 4. I say that now, but that's a long time. So it'll probably be from
Yeah.
4 up to 7. And
Yeah.
we'll draft then. But Auntie Pam, thank you for joining me. I
Oh,
appreciate
thank you
that.
for having me.
This was so much fun. Tell these
That
people
was.
to find you.
That was fun.
It was. Auntie Pam, tell these folks where they can find you.
Y'all can find me on the Lady Bird AFN on Tuesday at 8. I'm on with Maggie T. She's the star. She's the head of. She's the head lady, the
Right.
first lady of the AFN, and Christy and Whitney, Asia. We have different ones on.
Okay. All right. Well, hey,
Hmm.
definitely a fan of
It's
the
an
show.
all female podcast.
Yes. And I'm definitely a
Hmm.
fan of the show. I appreciate you joining me. And hey, hopefully our Falcons can do it the right
Yes.
way this draft and come out of there with some starters and help us this year and contribute. So I cannot thank you enough. Everyone in the
Yes.
chat, thank you for joining me. We really appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Cannot thank you enough. You guys have an amazing day. I want to thank God. Thank you, Jesus would
Yes.
not be here without him. And last but not least, I got to thank my man Jack Spade and my brother Eric Parker for giving me a start in this business. You can check me out at For My ATL Sports 1 on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe. You guys have an amazing day. Rise up, everybody. Thank you.
Rise up.